Hello everybody, it's me again. I am recording this video and today we are gonna be talking about Dragon's Dogma 2. I'm hoping I can make a lot less bumps because I don't want to make a lot of like desk sounds or anything like that. But today we're gonna be talking about Dragon's Dogma 2. This game has had like a decent bit of controversy as of late, mainly due to microtransactions and also semi due to performance. Now, I've been playing the game for around 60 hours now, and all I can say is that I love the game. I genuinely really love the game, but I do think that some of the criticisms that the game is receiving is honestly pretty valid. It is very valid, I will say. The thing is with Dragon's Dogma 2, if you guys don't know, it's been having a lot of like MTX, like microtransaction drama, because if you don't know, Dragon's Dogma 2 is a $70 single player game. It is not a live service at all. And this game has had a decent bit of like drama surrounding that. And I'd say it's honestly pretty valid. There has been some misinformation though regarding the microtransactions, because all the things they're selling are things you can get in game, and the thing is that they're very easy to get. They really are very easy to get, but it is still very stupid of like Capcom to be selling those items because it just makes the game look really, really bad. It really sucks too, because like this was a game I was waiting for such a long time as well, and it really sucks because it's a great game. It just has terrible, very terrible like monetization right now, and not only that, the performance issues along with it like right now doesn't really do it any favors as well. Just yesterday, because I have 60 hours on the game, but like yesterday though, I had the game crash on me like 3 times in a row. The thing is, the crashes aren't too frequent though, but like it does happen. It seems like once you play the game for a long while, because I've had a crash where it happened like, let's say like 45 minutes into playing, but then sometimes I'll have a crash that happens like 6 hours later or something like that, like 6 hours after I'm playing the game. And here's the thing, performance wise, it doesn't make sense for the game to have like some seriously bad performance issues, especially in like the cities. Though I did hear that Capcom has addressed it and apparently it's a CPU thing, but I don't think my CPU is that bad. I have a really beefy computer. I feel like I have a really good CPU, and I'm working with an RTX 3080. So like I really feel like my computer shouldn't be having any issues. I do think it really sucks though that the performance issues have been terrible, because I remember watching a Moist Critical, and he tried playing the game, but like he couldn't play the game because it kept crashing, and that looks super embarrassing because like he paid probably the full $70 for the game just for him to not be able to play it. You know how stupid that looks? You know how dog crap, like just absolutely crappy that looks for the game in general. It looks bad. It looks really bad, and it like really pisses me off that Capcom really just butchered the launch of the game. And like it just sucks. It really sucks because they could have done like this could have been this could have been really great. It really makes me now. I kind of felt dumb, honestly, that I pre-ordered the game. Like I definitely honestly deadass probably should have waited. I love the game a lot though. Here's the thing, I really love the game a lot, but I think it was kind of dumb for me to pre-order. And this is kind of my like honestly learning lesson, not to pre-order games now. Just like flat out not to pre-order. Yeah, just to flat out not pre-order games and stuff like that. I'm a big fan of Capcom. I played their like Monster Hunter series for a long time, but I think this is kind of the straw where I'm like, okay, if Monster Hunter Wilds does come out, I'm for sure not getting it day one. Because if they're gonna pull like the same bullcrap like with Dragon's Dogma 2, I really don't want anything to do with that, and I would rather just wait until the game goes on sale instead. I'm gonna be real with you on that. But besides the drama, the game itself is really good. It's really, really good. The gameplay, I love it. In my opinion, the gameplay is way better than the first game. Way better. I remember I was playing Warrior for like the first bit of like the when I started. I tried to get on Warrior as fast as possible, and Warrior feels really fun to play. But afterwards, I did switch to Mystic Spearhand, and oh my lord, I love Mystic Spearhand. I love the way the class plays. And now I switched to Warfarer, and oh my lord, Warfarer is goated. I did try Thief because I heard really good things about it, and oh my god, Thief actually goes crazy. Thief is really fun to play. Now, if there is like one criticism I will say about the game though, is that the music is very mid compared to the first game. Like, the combat themes that play during night are not as good as like the themes in the very first game. And not only that, like some of the boss themes, I think specifically the Drake themes, like just for like context, there's like bosses called Drakes, so they're like dragons pretty much that you find around the world, and you know, you can encounter them and fight them out in the wild. But I'm gonna be honest with you, I genuinely believe that the themes they use for the Drakes in Dragon's Dogma 2 is mediocre as hell compared to the themes back in Dark Arisen. Because Dark Arisen had way, and I mean way, way better music than you know, than Dragon's Dogma 2. I think a lot of music in Dragon's Dogma 2, it's alright. I think some of it's actually pretty good, especially like the Imminent Triumph one, I believe, or like the End of Struggle. But a lot of like the major like music, like let's say like the boss battle against Grigori, it's not as good as the first game. It really isn't as good as the first game. I think the music is probably the only thing in Dragon's Dogma 2 that I wish was way better than the like I wish it was just way better in general. A lot of the music, it's all right. I think a lot of the music in Dragon's Dogma 2 is all right, but it's very mediocre, I feel like, compared to the first game. Other than that though, like gameplay wise, I enjoy the game a lot. I remember encountering a griffin and holding on to dear life while it was flying away. It started flying, and then my character dropped to its death, but it was so fucking funny and so fun to just like go around, all of a sudden have a griffin just pop out of nowhere and just like ambush you and start attacking you. It felt so cool. I remember one time I was like heading back to like one of the kingdoms. I think it was like the main kingdom that you first go to, and there was a griffin attacking the farm village, and I remember fighting it, and I was like definitely super underleveled for it, but it was so fun to fight. And like I was still playing Warrior around that time, but it felt so satisfying to knock the griffin out of the air and actually take it out in the farm. It was really, really, really fun. And that's the thing, I feel like the game really excels at that. Like, it's really fun to play. It really is. And it just makes me a bit sad that Capcom literally butchered the launch really bad. They butchered the launch really bad. Now, I loved the the first Dragon's Dogma a lot. It probably was one of my favorite games to play of all time. Besides Elden Ring. I think Elden Ring is probably still the better game, honestly, like deadass. But other than that, though, like Dragon's Dogma, like the original one, was like a close second for me. It was a close second. This game, I really enjoy it, and it's also like a close second. But like, I think one thing I will say though, like just to like butt in real quick, the enemy variety in Dragon's Dogma 2 is really whack. I don't think it has enough enemy variety. In the first games, there were things like hydras and like these like floating eyeball thingies that like you fought as bosses. In this game, there are more bosses, like unique bosses like Medusa and stuff like that, and like the Sphinx. The issue is though, is that I really wish they brought more bosses from the first game into the second game. I really feel like that's the issue that this game really suffers from, is that it has a lack of enemy variety, honestly. A big lack of enemy variety. Other than that though, the game is really fun. But yeah, it kind of lacks in that department. I wish they did better. I really wish they did better on that. And I really wish Capcom didn't butcher the launch, because I played the first game when I was like 7 years ago, when I was like probably like around 12. And now that I'm playing the second game, it's really fun. It still is really fun. I just wish Capcom just didn't butcher the hell out of the launch. It's truly sad. It's a great game. It really is a great game if you ignore the microtransactions. And I think they will patch out the performance issues eventually, I hope. I hope so. That better be a priority. If you look past the microtransactions, it's a really like at the core, it's a really great game. It's an absolutely wonderful game. But I do think that Capcom just really butchered the launch and really messed up, like, because like I feel like this game, if they did everything right, could have been a Game of the Year contender. I genuinely believe that. I really think so. But due to the way they butchered it, I don't think that's gonna happen. If I was gonna vote, I'd probably still vote Helldivers 2 or something like that. Well, other than that though, that's all I really wanted to talk about. I'm just really passionate about this game, because this was a game I've been waiting for years, like genuinely for years. And it just sucks that it's really great, but Capcom just butchered so much things about it. Like the launch. It's a great game, just like with a butchered launch. But yeah, that's all I really wanted to talk about. Thank you for watching though. I appreciate it. Bye-bye.
Once more.
Yeah, dude, trolled the hell out of me. What the hell?